Hi guys, now people are coming in. Violet's gonna go with her dad. I do apologize if we have any interruptions. You want to close the door, please? She is teething right now and not feeling the greatest from that. So she's kind of a mom suck on the best of days. So on the not so good days, she's an even more of a mom suck. So I had to wake her up. Well, not intentionally. She was sleeping on me before the webinar, and I laid her down and she woke up. So her dad's going to bath her and get her ready, and hopefully she can spend an hour with him without needing me. Here's crossing our fingers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the presentation and we're going to dive into that information. And then I'm kind of going to switch back and forth from video to presentation just so we can interact and I can answer questions and things like that. When I'm in presentation mode, it is hard for me to see your questions, so I will address those at the end. And do you know what I just remembered? I forgot to draw the name for the Inner Circle winner. So I will probably do that when we hang up because I ran out of time and was not able to draw that person yet. So I will either do that at the end of the session or after we hang up, I'll get it all sorted and then announce it in the Facebook group. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's see here. If I want to share my screen, the cleanse, there we go. So I believe you should be able to see this, no problem. So I'm going to take you through the first few slides and then we'll come back to video and we'll just kind of bounce back and forth. It might take us a little bit over an hour, but we'll see how fast I can go. So I just want to quickly introduce myself. You guys should know me. Most of you are coming from the Vibrant Living Cleanse. So we hung out all week during the Facebook Live, so I won't take much time to go through this, but I'm Whitney Page. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist, and I founded Grounded Nutrition in 2009. I've worked with hundreds of thousands of people, all from all over the world, guiding them back to their natural states of vibrancy. I have a very big, strong passion for making healthy living simple, fun, and achievable. And my core mission is to empower you with knowledge, not only about nutrition, but about that truth and excitement for life that is deep within us all. I want to see you thrive. That is my #1 mission on earth. So you're about to discover how to eat healthy long-term and create a vibrant lifestyle to feel energized and look your best. So it's time to live vibrantly for good. Okay, so what we're going to go through in this webinar is learn how to achieve your health goals once and for all, and without gimmicks and fads. So yes, there is, millions of books out there with the quick how-to on how to lose weight or do whatever you want to do, but we all know that those do not last. So I'm going to really take you into and give you a picture of what holistic, vibrant health looks like. We're going to go into the 5 main reasons you're not achieving your long-term health goals, and I'm going to help you, just set your day up and discover what it's like to feel your best. Let me see. So you can see my whole screen. I might just leave it like this so it's easier. Let's see. So I'm back. A lot of people like to have a visual of me talking because I'm very animated and it's easier to engage, plus the presentation, but it's hard to see both. So I'm just going to switch back and forth the best I can as we go. If I'm making an extra point about something or the slides get boring, I'll go back on video, but I'm not that exciting to see right now at the end of the day after a long day of work. Okay. So we're going to dive right into the session. Let me just make sure we have some viewers. Okay, great. And we're going to get the ball rolling here. So let's go back to the presentation. And I'll make it nice and big. Alrighty. So this is what Living Vibrantly does for you. I created this chart, this little diagram, back in 2009, and it really helped me with my new clients that I was getting at the time, to help them realize what it takes to move from one world to another. So before you step into a vibrant lifestyle, you usually are residing in the fog the majority of the time, if not all the time, where you're feeling overweight, bloated, headachy, impatient with your children or your coworkers or your spouse. You have a poor memory. You might be unhappy with certain aspects of your life. You might feel tired and have a lot of energy, highs and lows, gassy, not strong, drowsy, frustrated, negative, anxious, and have a lot of food cravings. So this is unfortunately where the majority of the world resides. They live there. They don't know any different. We pop all different sorts of pills like Tums and Tylenol and Advil and, you know, prescription drugs to try to offset all of these symptoms in the fog world, when at the end of the day, those do not actually resolve what's going on. They only cover it up. And with a proper lifestyle, you can actually break through that wall and move into the clear, which I call it, where you have a clear mind, where you're energetic and motivated and vibrant and loving and patient and strong and positive and abundant and balanced and have glowing bright skin and focused, and your body is naturally thriving at its natural weight, and you feel grateful and happy. So in order to reach that, I'm going to show you how to move from the fog to the clear tonight, and what it takes to really step into the world that we all want. Everybody wants to live in that clear land, but it's the misinformation that really holds us back from doing that. And I talked about it in the Facebook Live today, where there's like so many camps and schools of thinking that that we really need to dial in and figure out how to find proper balance. So the 5 reasons you're not achieving your long-term health goals, that is what we're going to talk about first. And then I'm going to talk about the 5 ways that you can actually accomplish what you're trying to achieve. So the hugest thing that I see on a regular basis, which I kind of just addressed, is getting advice from the wrong sources. So I'm going to switch back to camera mode for this and just read off the slides, because they're just reading, so we can see each other. Let me know in the chat box if you guys have questions. Let me know if you can see me and hear me and all of that kind of stuff. So let me just pull up my screen so I can read you my points, and we will go from there. So getting advice from the wrong sources. So the huge thing that you really want to look out for is quick fix schemes and slogans out there like lose 10 pounds in 10 days, or different stuff you see advertised in magazines and books, and you know, the classic like marketing tricks to get people reeled in. And usually it's like this money making scheme where you have to buy, like, you know, products every single month to maintain this goal. And some things I can think of is like Isogenics and Shakeology and Herbal Magic and all of those things, where it costs hundreds of dollars a month oftentimes just to maintain them, and most people do not get the results that they're seeking. And it's unfortunate that I see so many people invest money into places that really isn't serving them. So it's really ideal to trust the people that are practicing what they preach and getting the results that you desire for yourself. So there's a lot of people out there preaching, not a lot of them are practicing it, and not a lot of them are a shining example of what they're teaching about. And that's not to put off people that are trying to, you know, better themselves or change their lifestyle and be and change what they're doing. I'm not talking about those people that are sharing the journey that they're on. I'm talking about people that are making false promises, trying to gather as many people as they can, whether it's through a multi-level marketing thing or a, you know, or whatever it is that they're doing or selling. It's when you're trying to gather people and give them false hope. That's what I'm trying to move people away from. So finding sources that make sense and resonate deeply with with you. That's something that is so important, but you talked about again in the Facebook Live, is really trusting and feeling good about the information that you're digesting and absorbing. So learning about holistic health, because that's something that not a lot of people are super educated on, and it is a really, that's what I teach about, is natural living, holistic nutrition, whole food nutrition. That's really where the important stuff is. I did the Weight Watchers one time, but it just encouraged me to eat bad and lose weight. Exactly. Those are the things you want to really, which are red flags, when they're promising you to eat whatever you want but still lose weight, and all of those different, funny slogans and things that they have. So I just want to make a point. Celebrities are paid a lot of money to endorse big corporate products. So don't take these ads seriously. I use an example. We don't have TV, so the unfortunate thing with that is that I don't see ads anymore, ever. So I don't keep up with the latest trends and different stuff that's out there. But I remember last year when I was visiting home, there was a TV on, and Oprah was endorsing Weight Watchers around this time of year, and making all of these, false claims once again. And people just get so sucked in because we want so hard for things to be easy and to have that quick fix. But as the bottom line is, it takes effort and awareness to be healthy. You can't just follow this plan for a period of time and expect it to change your life. So another point is that trainers have, like personal trainers and different coaches out there, usually have really good intentions. Like the information I see some nutritionists even give that aren't actually trained, certified nutritionists. They're just, it's an unregulated term. So a lot of people take on the term nutritionist like they are trained when they aren't properly trained, and they are misinforming so many people about bone broth or this or that, saying that it's the next best, silver bullet, when that again is just, those are the things to watch out for. When something's claiming it's going to, change your life in a day, or it's going to, be the one thing that just changes your life forever, that's what you want to watch out for. So foods you see advertised as healthy and natural in grocery stores and in ads are oftentimes the cause for poor health. So marketing companies have caught on to that people are wanting to be healthier, and they've started labeling everything from chips to anything you can think of. They have like cereals, they have gluten-free and natural and blah, blah, blah. Cereals are not a health food. They're not, they're a convenience food. There's a lot of foods out there that they claim to be healthy, and they really are not. So starting to get your radar up and your education, so then you can actually see what's claiming truth and what is a big fat lie. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. So number 2 is that you might be, and most people that are not able to fully succeed at this lifestyle have unrealistic expectations. So what do I mean by that? Oh, do you know what I should turn off is my screen protector, so it's not so red for you. Okay. What do I mean by that? I mean that we oftentimes compare ourselves to others we know or people that we see in ads and wish we could attain that look or that body, but we don't realize that most of the time those ads are photoshopped. And again, we realize it, but we actually just take it, we just, we want to believe things, but we know that it's just not, we know deep down that it's not the answer, but we want so much to believe them. So when we see all of these ads and claims, it's easy to get, sucked into them until you really try it and then realize, oh crap, that was another one of those things. So people are different. Our genetics are all different. There's so many factors when it comes to thriving and being healthy that our physical appearance is just one of those factors. We are all so unique and different, and I completely believe that yes, we can all and human beings should have toned, nice muscles. We shouldn't have rippling, 12 packs and big bulky muscles. That's not healthy for everybody. But having a toned, lean body where you're flexible and you can move with ease and stuff like that is definitely part of vibrant health. So something that a lot of people don't realize that so many people get caught up in is they have this ideal weight put in their head. So they have like this number that they want to see on the scale. So say it's 120 pounds, right? And you're currently 190 pounds, and you want to lose that weight and get down to your ideal weight. And what you have to realize is that your body has a natural weight that it thrives at. It might be 10 pounds different than what you think in your head it is. It might be 20 pounds more or less. You don't know. So if you take the focus off of the number on the scale and then the weight that you want to weigh, and you focus on these health practices that I'm going to be teaching you tonight, what will happen is your body will find its natural weight, and you will no longer be searching for health. I'm just going to close my door so Violet can't see me. Okay. So the thing is remove the focus from the number and focus on the thing. Let me catch up on some comments here. All right, cool. Yes, finding your body's natural weight is a very powerful, empowering thing. And it's about getting back in tune with your body so you can communicate with it to go along this journey. So let me keep moving forward so I can get more details about that. So let's quickly talk about exercise. So let me pull up the slide for that for you guys. This is something, again, that people have this thought in their head that exercise, in order to reach your health and fitness goals, that you need to exercise your butt off. You need to become a runner or a cyclist or a boot camper or a something that is really extreme in the sense that you do hardcore workouts, whether they're 10 minutes or 2 hours, but really pushing your body to its limits till you're sweating. I'm not against that. If that's something that fuels you and you love it and it really does fuel you on a deep level and you like sweating, you like pushing yourself, it gets you out of your head, I'm all for that. But if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, what will happen is you're just going to burn yourself out, and then you're going to get in this vicious cycle of injury and adrenal burnout and over-exercising. And what happens on so many of those people that I've worked with one-on-one is that their body actually starts to hang on to weight, and it actually starts to cling on to their weight. So you can counteract that by having a healthier relationship with exercise and doing things that you really tend to enjoy versus things that you're forcing yourself to do. So we were talking about exercise. My biggest advice here is to find types of exercise that you can sustainably do. So what I was saying is I live in the forest, and it's easy for me we have a big rail trail along the river, and we have a bunch of nature hikes and waterfall hikes and all of these different things, and I have dogs, and we have bikes, and we have a stroller, and we have baby carriers. So for us, nature is where we tend to do most of our fitness. We play on trees, and we do yard work, and we go for walks. And for the past 5 years since I've had dogs, that's been my sustainable form of exercise that has allowed my body to find its natural weight and its natural fitness level. If I want to, increase my strength or things like that, yeah. If I want to increase my strength or things like that, then I have to, I can do more movement and build that up in a healthy way too. But doing those quick like boot camps and things are okay for a reset. But to do something that pushes your body so hard for so long, it actually tends to become unhealthy for a lot of people. And like I said, it can lead to weight gain. So again, it's that funny world we live in where we have all these promises and this thing that seems like a silver bullet. And then when we really dive into it, it turns out to be like almost a sabotager if we don't properly listen to our bodies and do it right. So another thing with exercise is that they really influence your hormones, like big time. So with hormones, I just gotta pull up the right screen here. With hormones, if you are pushing your body too far in the wrong direction, you're going to get backlash, and you're going to get thyroid problems, adrenal problems, pituitary gland problems. All these different things will start to come up, and you'll run into issues. So if you are hormonally imbalanced, it is impossible to feel energized and vibrant. The key to vibrancy is healing from the inside out. So balancing our hormones through a natural protocol with health and nutrition and letting the body heal itself by not overdoing things is a key factor when it comes to feeling good. Okay, so just another quick note about this is that weight loss and health is 80% diet and 20% exercise. So that's not to say exercise isn't important. Movement is so important. It is really important to move your body, and nutrition and exercise are equally important. But the results you get if you are not nutritionally eating properly, you will not get long-term sustainable results with your physical body. So diet is the key component with health and reaching your goals. What else do I want to say? For me, personally, like, I chase around a busy 7-month-old and walk my dogs and, clean the house and make juice and do all of these things and eat a lot of raw foods. Currently, I'm on day 40, I think, or 41 of only eating raw foods, and I've actually built a lot of muscle since eating raw food. So I'm going to talk about protein right away, because there's a huge misconception about protein, about the amount that we need in a day to build muscle and stuff like that. And I have honestly proven that wrong so many times with not only myself, but clients. I even, grew a baby on a fairly low protein diet and a lower fat diet than is recommended by mainstream people. And I have a really healthy, thriving baby. So it is shocking to, Lindsay says it's shocking to see that even though I know it to be true. Oh, it is. I think, thank you. I'm glad that it's registering for you. That's a huge thing, is that we tend to, know something, but actually like having it register and having it become part of our, belief system is a whole nother bag of worms. So let's talk about protein. I think that's my next slide, but I could be wrong. Nope, I'm right. Okay, so the next point, the number 4 point, so let's just scroll back really quickly. Number 1 was getting advice from the wrong sources. Number 2 was you have unrealistic expectations. Number 3 was exercise is only a small part of the equation. And number 4 is the food we are told to eat for health is actually causing disease. So I want to quickly make a side note and say that I'm going to email you guys this presentation with the recording tomorrow, so you have everything that you need in one little bundle if you want to read over it again or take notes. But this is really, really interesting information. So the World Health Organization, which is a highly respected organization as far as recommendations go for these types of things, suggests that men and women get about 5% of their caloric intake from protein, and then pregnant women and children and teens a little bit higher than that. So say you're an average woman eating 2,500 calories a day to meet your needs. In this case, you would only need to be consuming about 32 grams of protein. So just to give you an example, 32 grams of protein you get out of a bowl of quinoa and broccoli. pretty much. You could get out of, you know, for a day, I could get 32 grams of protein easily out of bananas, dates, a big salad with a variety of things with some nut butter on it, and and then hemp seeds. I would easily probably reach 50 grams of protein within that meal. So why do I bring this up? Well, pretty much every single person that I've ever worked with, and honestly, you can quote me on this, I've never met someone that came into my office unless they were already way educated and were coming for a very specific need, that didn't have a concern with protein, wanting to get enough protein in their day or thinking that they need a certain quantity. I know people that are eating in the hundreds, so 150 plus grams of protein a day. And you might be wondering, well, what's the problem with that? Protein is, you know, it's good for you. And yes, we need protein to live. It's a building block that we have, and it's important. So that's okay. But the sheer amount of grams of protein that people are consuming is causing issues with their liver and their kidneys and their skin and their pancreas and their organs, and it's causing health issues and causing disease. People are ending up with pancreatic cancer and all of these different illnesses and disease and digestive problems due to the sheer amount of protein that they're trying to consume in the form of whey protein powder, in animal products, in all of these things, thinking it's going to help them lose weight and feel their best, when the opposite is true. Fruits and vegetables are going to make you lose weight and feel your best. Bottom line, if you swap out a protein shake of whey protein for either a plant-based smoothie or a green juice like this, you're going to start to feel way better faster from the plant foods, because they are full of life force. They are full of nutrition and hydration and water content and you know, everything that you need in order to be a thriving human being you can get from these plant foods. And when you are plugging your body with excess protein, you're going to have problems. That just makes her more upset when you show her to me. I'll just take her for a minute. Oh, you're so excited to see me. Hi. Okay. So next, I just want to, I'll make sure you guys get an email of this equation, and if you want to figure out how much protein you want to get in the day, go for it. But all I have to say is that if you're eating a whole food diet with a variety of foods, and like for instance this cleanse, I didn't work out the exact grams of protein in the day that you'd be getting, but it's well over the bottom line. It's well over the base of 32 grams for a woman like myself. And it's way easier to process and digest and eliminate. What is going on? It's a little bit tired, hey? You want to go hang over your bed again? Go find something fun to do. Can you close the door? So I just want to give you reassurance that eating a variety of plant foods you'll reach your amino acid need, no problem. And if you have concern, you can always track that on some sort of nutrition tracker for a while to make sure that you're getting all the essential amino acids. Just to give you a quick tip, there's essential all 8, I think, or 9. I don't even know off the top of my head right now. Sorry, I have lack of sleep brain. I used to be able to track all of them off in 2 seconds, and now I can't even think of them. You can get those essential amino acids from things like hemp seeds and chia seeds, and there's lots of them in bananas. There's lots of them in a lot of plant foods. So you do not need to worry about meeting those needs, and I just want to reassure you of that. Okay. So next, we have, so the hugest key thing that people don't realize. And again, we need these reminders every so often, whether you're someone that is completely new to this world of thinking, or you've been doing this for a long time. Sometimes we try to convince ourselves again that quality and quantity don't matter. So what I mean by that is that a lot of people think all calories are created equal. That's a huge thing out there. Is a calorie is a calorie, and if you output, like exercise and burn more calories than you consume, you will lose weight. And yes, that is true to a degree, but it doesn't equal health. So Christine's story is a really great example of this, because Christine lost 100 pounds the conventional way of dieting. And she still struggled with a host of health issues and felt really terrible. She had thyroid problems, and the list goes on of all of these things. She can post in the comments about exactly what she had going on, or you can read her story that we'll post later, or you can find in the group. But she had all of these things because she was focusing on quantity and not on quality. Now Christine is focusing on quality, and she is thriving and maintaining her natural weight and maintaining her health by eating high quality foods. So our body will accumulate disease if we treat it improperly. Why restriction never works long term. So the big thing to also realize is that when we restrict ourselves, we're human beings and we can only do so for so long. So a lot of people think, okay, I can do this. I can, limit myself of all of these things, and I can just make this happen, and hope that they'll be able to do it for as long as they need to. But the truth of the matter is, we live until we die. We live every single day, and we need to eat, and we need to look after ourselves, and we need to live our lifestyles. So we need to find something that's going to stick. And if something that you take on, initially you think this is not going to stick, this is not going to be possible, it's probably a red flag that it's not going to stick and not going to be possible. But if you find yourself feeling like, okay, this makes sense, there's lots of variety, there's lots of options, there's lots of flexibility, I can go through different life stages like this, and you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish when you find something that actually makes sense. So I think I might need a baby break quickly. I'll pull up the slideshow again. Neil, you can bring her. So your body is going to respond a lot differently to quality food than it will to restricting yourself. So you can, I'm just going to get her settled here. Okay. So you can, my favorite part about this lifestyle is that I can eat abundantly and still maintain the lifestyle, and still maintain my healthy weight, and still maintain all of the things that I have set out to do, because I'm feeding my body fuel that it recognizes and it can process. So the problem is that what I was mentioning today in the live hangout, in Facebook, is that we tend to accumulate all of this junk and stuff in our body over the years, and then when we go healthy and switch our diet, we expect immediate results. We expect that our body just to respond in the blink of an eye, when that's not going to happen. It takes time for your body to regain trust in what you're feeding it. It takes your body time to heal and regenerate from all of that past damage that has been done. Certain people are more susceptible than others to that toxic lifestyle. So for me, my threshold was pretty low, and I got symptoms really quickly and easily, whereas other people had a lot of symptoms through, or it takes a long time for them to actually get illness and to get disease, but it will happen over the years. Okay, let's see here. What else do you want to talk about? Get my boob put away. Aren't I a multitasker of the century? I do appreciate all you guys sticking around with my child raising needs. She might be okay, Neil, to hang out for you a minute. You want to take that? You can have that. There you go. Take your carrots and your thing. Close the door, please. Okay, so next thing. So the next point is that I just want to quickly show you here is that fake food versus real food and how it affects your health. So real food in its natural state, the way nature intended. Fake food is made in a factory and burdens the body when it's overconsumed. So watch out for store-bought real food imposters. What I was saying earlier is that we can think something is healthy for us because we're buying it at the health food store or whatever, and it's actually creating imbalance in our body. So I just want to make a quick side note with that, is that everyone is at a different stage of their journey. So everyone transitions at a different pace, and I am all for utilizing things like health food store versions of foods, items to help you find a healthier lifestyle. I do not expect people to go cold turkey overnight into a raw food diet or something like that. And the people that I have seen do that have gone completely loopy off the deep end. All of them. I have 3 men in my life that were friends that I had met through different things that I have done, and they came to me when they had already got all this information and wanted to go raw vegan, and they had come from like working out and all of these different things, and all 3 of them dove in headfirst against my recommendation. My recommendation was to, you know, do this step. I had it in 3 phases, and they said, no, I want to do it full in. This is what I want to do. This author says to, you know, that transitions for losers, basically, so this is what I'm doing. And all 3 of those men, what happened to them was they cleansed and detoxed and lost all of this weight and went so fast over to that other side that they actually went mentally almost insane. They had a hard time in all areas of their life, and they had all of these rules and things set up. And then what also happened to all 3 of them is they swung back really hard the other side because they lost all their friends and family and social life and all of these things, and they became lonely and sad and depressed, and they ended up going back to their old lifestyle. And the way to prevent that from happening is to transition. And what I mean by that is, yes, have an idea of the lifestyle you want to live, but know that you have a lifetime to, you have a period of time to get to that space. There's no race to find, you know, a perfect ideal diet for yourself. You can play around and tweak it as you go and start incorporating, you know, so for instance, like healthier condiments is a really good suggestion for a lot of people, because a lot of us were raised and used to having condiments on everything, and just to go to like fruit and vegetable based condiments and dressings is not realistic. So a middle point for that is maybe store-bought organic condiments, and then homemade condiments with, you know, some denser things that you wouldn't want to eat in huge abundance, like some oils or heavier nuts or things like that. And then over time, you're going to get to a place where those don't appeal to you anymore, and you can eat things like dressing like I tend to enjoy now, with carrots and ginger and maybe a little bit of tahini and, you know, some black pepper, and blend that up, and it's a satisfying dressing for you on a salad. But for me, in the early days, I would need to recreate things like that Caesar salad dressing that I have available and grounded, or all of those different things that are available within Grounded Nutrition are because they help you transition off of that old world. And there's nothing wrong with staying in that space where you're transitioning for years, because people get great results in that place. And naturally, over time, which all these people that I've worked with, and Christine and a few people that are here can attest to, is that the desire for those foods becomes less and less over the years. You know, the treats and the afternoon boost in the beginning are like your vice, and they're the thing that gets you through. And then And then over time, you just stop needing them because you're satisfied with the juices and smoothies and salads and whole food meals and simple meals. And it's about moving through that process at a pace that works for you, and dialing that in is really important. All right, let's see what else we got. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves and getting something out of this. So if your body is not recognizing what you're eating, it will not, or if your body is recognizing what you're eating, it's not going to affect you. If your body is not recognizing what you're eating, it is going to affect you in a very negative way. Okay, I will comment on that comment in a second here. So examples of fake foods are refined sugar, soda, coffee, refined wheat and flours, salt, so like iodized processed salts, and foods that are heavily salted, like processed foods. The thing with processed food is that it is usually laden with rancid oils and salt and processed sugar. So it's like this trifecta of damage. And when you eat alcohol and you eat processed foods, you eat out and you eat any junk food, that's usually what they're full of, and that's what's causing all of these health issues. And when that's what you've lived off for your whole life, making that switch to whole foods takes that time, and that's where transitioning comes in. So dairy is another one that's highly processed. It's cooked and it's disinfected, and it's added synthetic nutrients back in, and it's taken from a cow. And there's all of these reasons why dairy is one of the most harmful foods on the planet, in my opinion, to our planet and to our health. And processed meat is another one of those. So lunch meats, bacon, hot dogs, even if you're getting the natural ones, it's still not ideal. And then prepackaged foods in abundance. So some examples of real foods are fresh fruits and veggies, organic, homemade foods like the grounded recipes, fresh juices, fresh homemade smoothies. And again, the cool thing with this is you don't have to be a hermit and live at home and spend 18 hours in your kitchen a day making these foods. It's really easy to make this convenient and doable for anybody, no matter where you're at, because there's so many grocery stores and health food stores now that cater to people like us that want to thrive and be healthy. So you can get juices on the run, you can get smoothies made for you, you can get natural organic salads at a lot of places. It's totally doable with whatever, factors you have in your life. So the final reason that we are not able to fully thrive and reach our goals is because we get really trapped in our comfort zone. And honestly, for me, I would say this is probably the biggest thing that holds people back. I would say majority of the time. And what those are is that it's really easy to get comfortable settling with where you're at and to be afraid of making changes because you're scared, A, you won't get results, you're scared that it's going to affect the people you love, you're scared that you're going to get scrutinized or criticized. There's all these reasons that hold us back, and fear is always the number one thing of why we don't dive in and try something new, because we're afraid that it's not going to work or whatever. So it's the number one reason people don't take action. It's the number one reason we come up with excuses and we talk ourselves out of things, and say, well, Whitney's a crazy quack. I'm just not gonna listen to her. It's fear. And my whole thing with that is, don't be afraid to give something a try and have an open mind. And if what you're doing isn't working, you're obviously here for a reason, because you're not achieving what you have set out to achieve, and you have this burning desire in you to feel better. And in order to do that, you need to step outside of your comfort zone. That's just the bottom line. It's really about setting sail into new waters and really trusting the journey and hoping for the best. And it's not to say that you can't turn around and go back. If what you're doing isn't working, and we had a comment in the Facebook Live today, which I was thinking, someone is struggling with some health issues, and and say you want to switch your lifestyle up, but you have all of these, you know, information in your head, and it's holding you back. So what do? Do you just stay doing what you're doing and keep getting the same results and not feeling your best? Or do you take that leap of faith and try something new? And if that doesn't work, go back to your old lifestyle or try something different. Nobody says you have to stay at this like steady pace. You're totally open to change your mind about something a million times if you want to. Just because you believe something today does not mean you have to believe it tomorrow. And that's the most liberating thing that I've ever experienced, is that I no longer have to be rigid. I'm allowed to change my mind about something. I had ideas about parenting before I became a mother that I was going to do perfectly by the book, blah, blah, blah. And when I got thrown into it, I had to let my guard down a little bit and find what worked for me. And that's the same with health. You have to have flexibility with your mindset in order to fully achieve your goals. Okay. Oops, wrong. Whoa. Let's get our screen back up. Okay, so the last point with that is that we tend to focus on our problem. We focus on what is wrong with us. You know, we scrutinize ourselves in the mirror. We criticize ourselves. We don't take compliments. We compare ourselves to others. We just live in this world where it's easier to live there than it is to be that confident, vibrant self where you take a compliment, or you lead by example, or you do those things. It's oftentimes in our world easier just to, you know, brush things off and act like the tough girl that doesn't really give a shit, blah, blah, blah. But then you go look in the mirror and pick yourself apart. That's what I'm here to change. You can have the best of all worlds. You don't have to pick and choose anymore about these things. Okay, so to put it another way, the current approach that the world is taking, that you may be still stuck in, is why you're not feeling comfortable in your own skin. It is why you feel like your body is working against you and you are battling uphill constantly, and you feel like you're doing everything right and you're still getting smacked in the face, or you're wanting to do these things but you just can't seem to fully step into it, and you keep getting influenced by other people convincing you to participate in the shenanigans that you know doesn't work for you. And you're just trapped in this feeling of like, when am I going to figure this out, and when am I going to be able to really, feel better? So it's why you're not getting consistent results and are still searching. So my biggest thing that changed my life is when I was able to stop searching for a guru and a plan and this thing. And I get that it is so important to have boundaries and guidelines and information. That is not what I am saying you don't want to do. But when we are searching for someone to tell us the answer that we already have within ourselves, that's where we run into problems. What my job is to be a catalyst for change. It's to hold a safe place for you where you can start to explore what you need to thrive, where you can start to dabble and you can question and you can get feedback and you can get suggestions and you can get support from other people that are getting results. That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. And that's where freedom comes, where food no longer controls your life. Your next meal isn't consuming you, worrying if your pants are going to fit after you eat it because you're going to be all bloated. You're not worrying about if you're going to get a breakout from it, or if you're going to be, overweight when you go on vacation, or whatever the worries and concerns that we have. This lifestyle breaks you from all of that, and you have complete freedom where you are able to go on vacation without even batting an eye at finding a bathing suit that fits or looks good. Or you can eat your food every single day without, again, batting an eye, and you're just in this healthy routine where it's serving you on every level of your being. So you are no longer trapped in the should I or shouldn't I world. It's like, yes, this is me, this is my lifestyle, this works, this is what I do. And if I hit a snag, I know how to, I have the support system. I have, Whitney, for example, to go to get feedback on things that might be holding me back. That's what this lifestyle is about. That is what is so amazing about living this way. So let's go through what we need to be doing in order to achieve our goals and to really feel our best and to look our best and to have the life that we all deserve. You are deserving of health. Of feeling and looking your best. No one is more deserving than you to feel great and to look great. So, if you're feeling bloated or puffy, or your skin is acting up, or you have these symptoms, or you're just not feeling like yourself, or not feeling as good as you could, or like you feel on the inside, stick with me here, because this is really where you can start to find some things. So ditch fad diets, ditch the mindset that you maybe have came here with. I want you to leave it, put it into the internet vortex and let it get gobbled up. Don't have these expectations anymore. Start fresh. I want you to start fresh. It's the perfect time of year to do that. So, and it's the perfect time of year to have a fresh start, even though people think New Year's is. Before the holidays is even better, in my opinion. So here's a really important point. Prioritize. Let me say that again. Prioritize. You need to prioritize your life to set yourself up for success. I see so many people that have time to do this, that, and the other thing, but they don't have time to look after their health. And I do not want to pick on Christmas lovers, because I am all for joy and happiness in your life and whatever makes you happy. But it's just that time of year where I see every single person on my Facebook page, and I've never decorated a Christmas tree since I moved out on my own, so I actually don't even know how long it takes. But it takes time. It takes time to invest in the money to buy a Christmas tree, to have the decorations, to set it up, to do all these things. So let's say it's a $200 project plus time. I don't know, does it take 2 hours to do your Christmas tree? Maybe more. It's a great experience, and I'm all for it. But if you are doing that and you're not able to look after your health, and some people are able to do both, and I'm happy about that. But if you're choosing to travel and go to sports games and maybe go on girls' trips and constantly change up the decor of your house and spend money on all of these things, and you don't want to spend money on your health, then you're going to meet and have a problem, and your priorities aren't aligned. So you're not going to have a healthy life. For me, my priorities in my life are my child and my health and my family and my business, and all of these things are at the top of my list. So I have made my world revolve around that. My house is set up so we can all thrive in those environments. I have the food, the everything I need that I have manifested and created over the years to get the results that I crave, because I prioritized properly. I don't spend, my shirt has a rip in it, and I wear it every other day that I wash it. My bra is a hand-me-down. I prioritize and put things that aren't as important to me lower on the list, and put things that are important to me, like my health, at the top of the list. I have no problem investing in a juicer, or investing in a good blender, or investing in organic food every single week, and taking a hit. These pants were a gift. So my wardrobe cost me, the shirt was a gift. Pants were a gift from my mother-in-law. Shirt was a gift from my sister-in-law. And my bra cost me $3 from a woman that was done using it. And this juice probably cost me $6 to make. My wardrobe cost me less than my juice. So that just goes to show. Same when I bought my wedding dress. I have a beautiful, nice, silky, perfect wedding dress that I always envisioned that I would have, and I got it for cheaper than what I spent that day at the farmer's market. My mom and I went dress shopping. She bought me this dress for my wedding. We went to the farmer's market next, and we spent money at the farmer's market, and my dress was less expensive. So that is prioritized. That is what I'm talking about. I don't spend money on makeup. I have a raw organic mascara that I put on when I do a video once in a while because my face is so light. And that's it. I don't wear foundation. I don't spend time doing that. And I'm not saying if you do that, I think it's great. If that's something that you're passionate about, awesome. But you gotta find, you only have so many hours in the day. And by prioritizing those hours properly, you will get amazing results. Okay, so rant over. Let me talk about the next point here. So surround yourself with people who motivate, inspire you, and want the best for you. So important. It's all about your daily routine. It's all about who you surround yourself with. You become the 5 people you're around the most. If you're around negative Nellies that are sabotaging and don't want the best for you, that's going to influence you way more than you realize. But if you have somewhere to check into, whether it's having a coach or a Facebook group like we had with the Vibrant Living Cleanse this week, or you have a friend that is totally on team you, then that is what you need. So that daily checking in is crucial. I honestly will have to say, tell you guys a little secret. For me, I really like accountability. I have since I was a child. I hate critical criticism. What's that word? I love accountability. So I love kind of challenges where I can be challenged. And since I was a child, and my dad knew that, and he really fostered that in me. So for me, I love social media so much because I can use it as a place to hold myself accountable. I just did that 30-day raw food challenge, and for myself, I just made it up and ate raw foods for 30 days, but I posted a photo every day of everything I ate. And I made it a special point to take a picture, a nice looking picture that was appealing and appetizing. I prioritized that because if I wasn't taking those pictures, I wouldn't have gotten the habit of making those foods every day and inspiring all of these other people, and I probably wouldn't have gotten such great results from it. So, and now I have the habit, so I don't need to be doing that as much anymore because it's just part of my day. And on days it works for me, it works, and days it doesn't. I have I moved it lower on the priority list. But what I'm saying is accountability is key. So in our inner circle, which I'm going to show you guys right away, we have all these people that use it almost like in a journal sense, where they post what they're eating in the day, what they're up to, how they're feeling, where they're at, what groceries they're shopping for, what plan they're following, what stuff they're utilizing in the inner circle, and it makes the world of a difference. Okay, a few more points and then we'll jump into that. So like I was saying, you really need to get out of your comfort zone. So commit to your highest potential, form new habits, find a plan that resonates with you, find a practitioner that resonates with you, that inspires you, that motivates you, trust the process and trust your body, which we've all talked about. So take action today. Like you did with this cleanse. You showed up, you did the work. Even if you were just hanging out with me, you saw what it takes in order to, implement this lifestyle. Don't wait until New Year's. Don't wait until Monday. How many times I hear, after my birthday, then I'm going to start. After this, then I'm going to start. If you have that thought, after, then I'm going to start, that means that what you're wanting to start is not what you need to be starting. If what you need to be starting is feeling right to you, you'll want to start it today. In this moment, you'll want to get off this call and you'll want to go eat a banana because you know that you are ready to start. That's a sign that you are ready to start. If you're pushing it off, procrastinating, feeling like you're having to give up everything you love, that's a sign that you shouldn't be starting, and you need to make some modifications so you want to start, so you crave it. When I decided to do my raw food challenge I was doing, or when you decided to do the Vibrant Living Cleanse, what I did was that day I had the thought, I need to go back to raw foods. This next meal I had was raw foods, and I haven't had a cooked meal since. That's as simple as it is. That's me personally where I'm at. I don't encourage everyone to do that because that's not where they're at. The Vibrant Living Cleanse is a great stepping stone for that. Eating whole foods is a great stepping stone from that. Everyone has a different experience, but you have the thought, this is what I need to do, you do it. That is what will change your life, your health. And again, if you have a meal that is not ideal, you then take a step back and you say, what brought that on? I underate today, I was stressed, I was busy, I was this, I didn't make it a priority. Next meal, I'm just gonna, go back to what I know I need to be doing and just keep starting fresh every moment of every single day. Okay, I have a few things to show you, so let me pull up the screen one more time. And then I'm gonna show you a glimpse into what the inner circle actually looks like. So if you could have all of this in one place, wouldn't you want that? Wouldn't you want to have information that you trust and support and accountability and recipes and pictures and motivation all in one place? That's what I wanted, so that's what I created. From my years of transitioning, I didn't have a support team. I had a few friends online that got it, and that was about it. So when I actually was coaching all of my clients, I started to build this platform called the Inner Circle that has blossomed into this beautiful, affordable place that that my clients and that members can access with everything you need to make this lifestyle your own. So I'm going to take you over to the page so you can take a look at it with me, okay? It's like I'm going to take you into the Facebook group and into all of this. So I just got to pull it up. Share my screen. Alrighty. So I want to take you to, we'll go here first, and then I have to also log into here. Take you to another place. Okay. So this is the Inner Circle's members area. So let me just take you through this first. So this is the Inner Circle page. I just want to show you what's included in it before I take you into the member area. So we have this members area, which you get access to instantly, which has a ton of health information, ebooks, and meal plans, and resets, and videos, and live hangouts, and recipes. And then we have the Facebook group. You have access to all of the cleanse, so the Vibrant Living Cleanse is in it. You have unlimited information support. There's 2 online courses that I've included called the Grounded Basics and the Inner Circle, and the Advanced Nutrition, which are also included. So for a membership, it's $199, and I just want to break that down in monthly. So $199 divided by 12 is $16.58. 16.58 CAD to USD. Or are you American? So $12.47 a month American, $16.58 Canadian is what it costs to be in the Inner Circle, to have access to. And Christine and my team members every single day, 24 hours a day in our Facebook group. You have access to this members area 24 hours a day. You have access to all of this content, and you have access to monthly calls. And what I've also recently started doing are monthly workshops, mini courses, which you can do. So I'll pull up a link here, which you can click. So if you click add to cart, it'll take you. So the special perk, because I know it's holiday season and not everybody has $200 to spare at this time of year, I've actually given you access to a payment plan. So you can pay in 4 installments instead of 1. So you can pay 4 payments of $49.75 Canadian, which is again less than American, and you get billed every, I think it's 2 weeks. And then once your 199 is up, then you're good for the year. So I've set this up so you can make this realistic for yourself. It honestly has everything you need in order to dive into this. So let me share my screen again. Can you see me? So here is what the inner circle looks like. So we do monthly calls. So we have access to calls from all the way from 2013. And then we have videos from past videos that I've done over the years. So you want to see old Whitney? This is the very first one I did. So that so I have all these fun videos that I have talked about over the years that you have access to, which are really fun. I don't know if that's gonna work. It's fun. So all these topics: constipation, comparison, forgiveness, emotional healing, emotional eating, hitting a plateau, stress and anxiety, why diets don't work, carbohydrates, protein, fats, eating abundantly, juicing. Let's see what that one looks like. These are fun to check. So I had 3 juicers there. I have an orange juicer and a 2 different juicers, and I compare them and do different stuff like that. We talk about pantry foods, and I've talked about meat in some of them, raw foods. So that's just one component. Here's the library, which you have access to these little resets. So say you want to do a smoothie reset, it just instantly downloads for you. And you have this ebook, just like the Vibrant Living Cleanse one, with all the recipes here, the shopping list, and you follow along. So what we do every month is we do little challenges for those. So I make a calendar every month that I put out at the beginning of the month. We have theme days in the inner circle where we talk about things, which reminds me, Robin's not here and I was supposed to do FYI Friday, so I got to do that after we hang up. So let me just share that with you so you can see our members area. So this is, you get access to this group, which is a private Facebook group, just like the Vibrant Living Cleanse. So once the VLC is over, we're going to move into this group. So we have 250 members currently that are active in the inner circle. And this is the group. So everybody posts what they're up to. We have a really great pictures that get shared daily. So, you know, I share a lot of extra special details about my life in here, pictures that I don't share publicly. Christine shares every single day, multiple times, about what she's eating and up to and different information. People share new recipes they're trying. Every Monday we share a new recipe. Every Wednesday we share a new recipe. Every Tuesday, Thursday we have group chat, and Monday. Friday we share topics, FYI Friday it's called. It's so fun. It is so motivating and so inspiring. There's lots of babies in the group and moms. There's little Violet and there's little Nash. There's Neil. So it's really awesome. There's my parents and my sister, family affair. Lots of really cool stuff in here. So that's just some pictures. And then we have the discussion board where we talk about all sorts of different topics. We got a juicing pro in the group that runs sprouting company, and she posts all sorts of tips. We have a group, we have this, Cherry is like a vegan recipe master, and she shares really cool things. It's a supportive group for all sorts of stuff. So all walks of life, all different things are in here, and inspiration and motivation. What else do we got that I can show you? So really fun. It's just a nice group where you can ask questions and get feedback. I lost my thread. I was going to read you some testimonials, but people get really great feedback. And then every month we do this live hangout where you can come and ask questions and get feedback and hang out with me like this every single month. So say this one here. That was one of our hangouts. We had a special guest that month. Hey guys, welcome. It's usually not that blurry. There we go. So lots of really cool stuff for you guys. So I'm going to come back here and answer any questions you have. So it's $199 yearly. I tend to change things up every once in a while, but we've built this group up to constantly be growing and evolving. So in order to make it realistic for people, I put all of any grounded content in it, all my ebooks, all my meal plans, and all of my courses. So that in itself is hundreds of dollars worth of value, and I'm going to keep building new things to put in there and having access to. So you have the monthly calls, you have everything you need every single month, and it's overwhelming at first. And then once you kind of dig into things, you start to and ask questions and get involved, it becomes like such a second nature, awesome lifestyle. So the member or the what was I gonna say? The special right now that I have until next Friday is that you can pay in 4 installments to make it more realistic for you. So under $50, 4 payments of $50, and then you're in for the year. And then who knows a year from now what I'll be up to and what kind of promotions I'll have, and then we'll reassess. Let's see here. Does anybody? We already have lots of Inner Circle peeps in the group. Do you guys have the link to it? If anybody does want to join me, here is the link. Should have worked. So it's you know, it's a really amazing place to be. It's my life's passion that I have brought into this to help people really step into this lifestyle. It takes accountability and it takes support, and I believe that I've created a space for that to happen, a safe place for people to really you know, find their health groove and ask and have access to me for a reasonable price. I charge a lot of money for one-on-one coaching, and you can get access to me on a daily basis for, like I said, under $16 a month Canadian, which is like unheard of, plus all of this stuff. So, you know, there's no pressure to join me. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware that I have this out there, because I don't put it out there that often. I'm going to start now that I have it built up, and it's a beautiful space to be in. But I just want you to know that that's available. It's totally there for you if you want that support. If you're have belief systems, come in with an open mind, and we can help you find yeah, we are worth 50 cents a day. That's a really good way to look at it. Thank you, Robin. 50 cents a day is a pretty small price to pay to have that support from somebody that's wanting the best for you. And I don't do this for the money. I do it to see people feel better, and so I can be in a world where people thrive. I'm so tired of being around sick people. I want to see people feel better, and that is really why I created the stuff that I have created. All right, so that's everything I have to show you, I think, for the presentation. Let me just pull it up one more time. Actually, I don't even have it here anymore. So I hope that you were inspired from this talk, and you got some tidbits of information that really, you know, make you feel excited. I'm going to be giving away an Inner Circle membership for a year, so I'll draw that person tonight or tomorrow morning and post that in the group and tag you in it. Lots of Inner Circle people in the call tonight, so thank you guys for the ongoing support and being here, and I'm glad that you're enjoying the group, and you know, still enjoying these webinars where I share lots of information to keep us all on track and motivated. I have really lots of awesome stuff coming up. In December, we have a good calendar, and then in January, we're gonna possibly dabble into a raw food challenge and more education. I'm gonna do a mini course that will be included in the Inner Circle about making raw foods work for you. So lots of great things to come. If anybody has any more questions, I'm happy to stick around for a few minutes. Violet might be joining us, but that's okay. I didn't get very far in my juice, did I? I appreciate you hanging out with me. And I know some of this information is beginner information for some people that are more advanced, but again, it never hurts to have that refresher. And I have like layers and layers and layers of experience to share, where I'm open to talk about any sort of anything on the spectrum. So this does not limit my knowledge in these webinars. The live hangouts that we do every month, we get pretty deep. So yeah, oh yes, I wanted to answer Maya's question. So one was that you struggle with being able to come off of the Vibrant Living Cleanse and then go into regular living. So what my suggestion is to pick a couple meals out of the day that are really easy for you to prepare. So maybe it's breakfast and lunch, and focus on those first and make those a habit, and then bring in supper. And the more you start to follow these recipes, and you know, we have all of these challenges and plans within the inner circle. So what you're going to want to do is follow them for a while, modify them to work for you, and then you'll be really surprised with how second nature this does become. Some people really like to follow plans and have those available, like the 30-day meal plan, or you can just take bits and pieces of those and incorporate them into your day. I hope you join the Inner Circle too, Jody. The access is here, and you guys can grab the payment plan as well. And it really is worth the 50 cents a day, I promise you. I have a rebounder, don't know exactly how to use it. I think I have a whole post on rebounding somewhere, but don't use it after you eat. It's best to rebound on empty stomach. I like to rebound in the morning. It's good in the morning. It'll boost your energy, so you don't really want to do it before bed. But just do it 5 to 20 minutes a day, gentle bouncing, and it'll stimulate your lymphatic system and your immune system and make you healthier and make your skin brighter and all of that kind of stuff. So we have a really beautiful, supportive group of people that are in there. But anyways, I will post a link for you guys to join. I will email the recording tomorrow with the presentation and with the winner of the Inner Circle membership. So thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna go have a rest and take a break after that big week that we just had. It's a lot of work for me to you know, be there for you guys all week and doing those Facebook Lives and everything like that. So I'm excited to have a rest and, you know, take a break for a night and then get back on track tomorrow. I appreciate you guys' participation and hanging out with me, and it was really great to spend some time with you. So sorry for the interruption at the beginning there. I'm glad that we all got back on board, and I didn't cancel you guys out totally. That was a glitch. All right, guys, I think that's everything. So we will see each other tomorrow in the Facebook group, and then hopefully I will see you in the Inner Circle. Okay, guys, bye.